Clink clink, bitches. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very much my style. There's one thing that I love more than makeup and hot Cheetos. It's beer. Or any type of alcoholic beverage, to be quite honest. So today I thought I would do something new and exciting and review some beers for you guys. So if you're watching this on the day that I posted it, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight is the night before, so hopefully I could get this up in time, but you know, pretty much all you girls and gays are going to be watching this instead of the Super Bowl anyway, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? So Sam Adams is a brewing company. How do you even say it? It's a brand of beer. That's just what it is. And they have a bunch of cool different stuff that they do where they have a bunch of variety packs, usually coordinating with the seasons. So instead of something for Valentine's Day, because they said
fuck women, right?
They have instead a bunch of beers for the Super Bowl Sunday event, aka the Maroon 5 concert. Do you know that there's not even 5 members in Maroon 5? I think all of the 4 of them just ate the other one. Anyway, so they had one for the winter solstice and I wanted to do that one, but that came and went, and now we are here with the game day ones. So there's 4 beer types in here, and there's 3 of each one. Am I gonna just slam beers the entire night? Maybe. Pretty much it's just gonna be a straightforward review, so let's get right into it. I felt like I was just like not zoomed in enough. Can you see my pores? Okay, let's do some packaging shots, shall we? It's a little too big to do like the hand thing, but I will show you my can opener. I was like, oh, I don't need that. And then I was like, oh yeah, Sam Adams are oppressive and they don't have twist-offs, so the 4 styles are the Boston Lager, which I don't think I've ever had. Actually, I don't think I've had any of these, but I would have thought that I would have had the Boston Lager because that seems like something that people drink, especially if they are a seasoned beer drinker. But all I do is pound Bud Lights, and I just learned what a Modelo was like 2 months ago, so let's just get into this. Okay, a Boston Lager, a Sam 76, a Bavarian Lager, and a Cold Snap. We just gotta crack this baby open and see what's in there, to be honest with you. Now, we picked this up, or I should say my boyfriend picked this up, at Walmart, but it was also at Target. And we have what's equivalent to like a Stop and Shop by us, which is called Hannaford's. Now, if you guys want to go to Stop and Shop and see if they got it, I'm pretty sure they would. Otherwise, I'm not sure where else to get it. I'm pretty sure wherever you can find a Sam Adams place, they might have this. They sell Sam Adams, they probably have this. Alright, this looks cute. So I'm over here looking at the alcohol percentage already. Okay, so this is the Boston Lager. Oh yeah, it has like the flavors on the box. So this says our original balanced full flavored lager. That's pretty cool, I guess. You know, like when you go to the wineries and you're like, oh, it has an oaky flavor. Like, what do I say about beer and lager? Like, it has hints of piss. All right, let's crack this bad boy open. Okay, so I just want to reiterate before I'm gone that you cannot drink in the United States unless you're 21 or older. I am 22 years of age, so I'm just going to go ahead and drink this. If you can't drink, then don't tell people to buy this for you, because that's not a good look. Alright, let's slam this. Tastes pretty much like I expected it to. That kind of strong, very woody depth of hops or whatever it is. It's just very earthy and rich. I don't taste any like coffee notes or anything like that. No oatmeal, nothing like that, but it's just very thick and it's very basic. It's like a pretty average IPA, I guess you could say. This is pretty just one note, a lager pretty much. So I'm glad I tried this one first because I have a feeling that the other ones aren't going to taste this average. It tastes like if you poured gasoline on a campfire and then you kind of just breathed it in through your mouth and it just sat on your tongue for a little bit, and then you went to go pump some albuterol because you're having an asthma attack and that medicine just coats your tongue. You know what I mean, right, asthmatics? Yeah, it tastes like that. The thing with IPAs or lagers and stuff like that is that the more that you drink it, the more you get used to the fact that it tastes like your old socks. This tastes like if your car ran over snow and then you licked it before they put the rock salt down. That's what it tastes like. Okay, so Sam Adams Boston Lager. I'm gonna give it a 5. It's pretty average. It's pretty much every single lager or IPA I've ever had that didn't have any fancy flavors or anything like that, so I'm just gonna leave it at a 5. Not that it's bad, not that it's really good, it's just pretty banal, if you will. But points for a 5.0% alcohol content. We achieved something there. I'm just gonna set that aside and pound it later, but yeah, we're gonna get on to the next one. Next one was the Sam 76, and this says just 3 words: refreshing, flavorful, craft. Why the craft needed to be there, I don't know. Aren't all of these craft beers? It's so funny because the next two like have the most description. These two just have nothing. So this is a 4.7% alcohol by volume, and it just has the moniker for 1776 on it. And as I look through it, it looks very murky, which makes me think that it's going to be kind of a lighter, more aromatic flavor. Let's pop this bad boy open. Okay. Oh yeah, that has like more citrusy notes. I don't know, it's hard to guess. This smells like an Indian pale ale, which is kind of ironic considering this is American themed.
Colonialism strikes again.
This tastes like an Indian pale ale, but knocked down like 20 notches. Obviously because the alcohol content is a lot less than like an average Indian pale ale. Indian pale ales I think are like 6 or 7% usually. So this is like much easier on the tongue. It's like if a Sprite had a stroke and then died and was put in a casket for a little bit, and then some mad scientist brought it back to life with some electricity. That's how I would describe the taste. Yeah, it's like putting some lemon or lime and squeezing it on top of like a really old stale hot Cheeto, and you get like that crusty decade-old flavor. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like habanero Takis. You know the ones I talk about, the nitro, the red bag? Yeah, it tastes like those, but with just like too much lemon on top. It tastes like if someone made rice with like a little bit too much black pepper and then was like, oh shit, let me just put some lemon juice on top, and then was like, yeah, that's it. This is very average, but still it's light and flavorful, so I can't really knock it. I just wish that it was a little bit stronger, I guess, because I like Indian pale ales. I know people just like go on and on about how terrible IPAs are usually, but I like them, and I especially like Indian pale ales because they taste more citrusy, as I've been saying. They usually have more of a punch, but this one has a very muted, calm flavor, so if you're someone who doesn't really like IPAs or lagers that much, I definitely think that this is a good one to try out just to deal with the flavors, the acquired taste of an Indian pale ale. I keep on saying that it's like that, but it's not described as that. Like I said, it just says refreshing, flavorful craft. Nothing special there. Yep, it's pretty straightforward. Citrusy taste, just muted down a little bit, so it's not as strong and harsh. I'll give it a 6. If it was a little bit stronger, I think I would like it a little bit better, but that's just because I'm a lush. I mean, my last name's Murphy, so can you really expect anything less? But yeah, this one is pretty good, just not great. Okay, next one. This is the Bavarian lager, and this one says hazy, golden, and bright in flavor. If something's hazy, how can it be bright? That's just my question. I will give some points for the packaging. It's really beautiful. It looks like the Ricola guy is on here, and he's got his little horn. So that's making me think that it's going to be very wintry, but still have like a brunchy flavor, if that makes sense. You know, like middle of the day, not like 10 o'clock at night kind of flavor, you know what I mean? And this is 5.5% alcohol by volume, so kicking it up a notch here. Probably got tetanus now. This one is also kind of cloudy, but not overwhelming like the last one. I think my assessment was accurate because this definitely tastes like a coffee. An unsweetened, unmilked coffee, but a coffee nonetheless. Yeah, I was expecting this to have more of a tropical flavor, but yeah, it definitely went into that more woodsy coffee route. The hops aren't as overwhelming in this. It's more just that richness in the black coffee flavor. It tastes like someone took a coffee bean, a single coffee bean, roasted it, and then forgot that the pan was going and the bean was still in there, and then just dumped a bunch of eggs and bacon inside of it, and it was like maple bacon too, and then just kept on going, and then took the bean and then roasted it after pressing it down and grinding it up into their coffee, and it's like that faint little hint of maple weirdness, and you're like, why does this taste like bacon grease and crushed hopes and dreams? And then now you have a beer out of it. That's pretty much what it tastes like. Trying to figure out when you could drink this on actual game day. Maybe as an after dinner thing, but nobody eats dinner on the Super Bowl Sunday. It's just a snack kind of day. That's my kind of day. That's why I always really liked Super Bowl Sunday growing up in my house, because it was just snacks all day long. My mom would make a soup, we would have like guacamole, we would have like pigs in blankets, you know, all that good stuff. We would just be drinking the entire day, just having snacks, and that was it. We had a good time. So I'm just wondering when you would drink this. I mean, not to say that like my family didn't have coffee and dessert after the game. Yeah, this is just like, I don't know. It's either you drink this before the game starts or after the game ends. Whereas the last two I feel like you'd have at any time. The more that I'm drinking this, the more that it's not sitting well on my tongue, because it has like a weird underbelly of sweetness to it that I'm not a fan of. But yeah, it pretty much just is a little bit too sweet. So I would say to drink this maybe a little bit earlier in the game or after you're done. I don't really like to have beer that late at night because I don't want to die in my sleep. Beer makes me weird, always does, and it always makes me feel so bloated, but I still like it. Alright, so I'm gonna set that aside. I will give it some points once again for the 5.5 alcohol by volume content. Coffee flavor I enjoy. I always like having a nice little coffee aroma to my beers, but I think the sweetness was a little bit overwhelming. Not that it's like crazy, but I just don't like having like a sweet beer. It's just not my thing, and I don't like sweet things in general. That's just who I am. But you might like this because it's not that intense of like an IPA type flavor. It's more just like a neutral, like roasted coffee flavor in your beer. So it might work for you if you're a fan. So I'll give that a 6 out of 10. Next we have the Cold Snap, which has the most adorable packaging. Look at him. But yeah, it's a little owl with like goggles, I guess you could say, and you can see the mountains in them. How sweet. White ale with spices. This is a 5.3% alcohol by volume. Yeah, it says crisp and refreshing white ale with spring spices. That makes me think that it's going to be kind of on the wintry side, but with like little hints of a spring essence. So I'm kind of nervous about how this is gonna taste. This is also very pale and cloudy. I'm always curious to see how these would look like poured into a cup, but I'm not trying to get unsubscribed to or blocked because can I just open up a beer bottle? Ooh, that's pretty nutty. That tastes like if flowers and nuts were just crushed up together and just thrown into the pot. This is really good. I think this is my favorite. Oh wow, that's really unique. It has like that woody quality, like forest quality, but it's still very subtle and has like just very nice layered notes of like the nuts and a little bit of a flowery taste to it. I know that that's hard to imagine, but try to imagine how the air smells in the spring. Now imagine those smells in your beer. I know it's like the dead bumfuck of winter right now. My car is in like 2 feet of snow as we speak. I can't see out of my windshield, but you know what? We can always imagine what spring feels like. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I really like this one. This is kind of like me in a packaging, like, you know, because like I was talking about the coffee one, but like the coffee, even though I like it, is just like a little bit much for me. You know, I like my coffee to be coffee and I like my beer to be beer, you know what I mean? Indian Pale Ale flavor was just like a little bit too muted for me and surprising, and the Boston Lager is just too one note, but this one, she speaks to me. I don't have any like weird comparisons to make for this one. It's not anything too cruel or harsh or weird or unsatisfactory. It all just blends well together and just tastes really good. I think this one is my favorite. I really have nothing else to say about this. It's all very positive. So I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10 just because it's still on the richer side and I like things to be a little bit more subdued with all the impacts of the alcohol just still in there, you know what I mean? It's like drinking like a flavored vodka. It's like if I can't taste the vodka but I'm still getting messed up on the vodka, then it's good vodka. You know what I mean? So this is a really good beer. I don't think that they sell this separately, unfortunately, but I definitely highly recommend this one. And now I have 2 left in my little case, so I'm really thankful for that. that. Yeah, this has been my Sam Adams Game Day Beer Review variety pack. I like doing these. Let me know if you want me to do more of these. It was really fun. Been trying to incorporate that a little bit more on my channel, but I just haven't found the right time to do it, but I think this is the time. So if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up if you found it helpful in any way, or if you can find these beers as well and you enjoy them too, just let me know. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will do more reviews in the future, especially if people want them and this video does well. I'm trying to do more variety of things on my channel just as much as I'm having a variety pack of beer. I think that's it. I said everything, right? Oh, follow me on social media. That will be at the end of this video and also linked down below. Yeah, watch some of my last uploads if you want to as well. This is a bonus video. I usually post on Thursdays, but occasionally here and there I will do an unannounced, crazy kind of bonus video here and there. Depends on when I have time. Don't predict it, don't try to expect it, but can expect and predict a video every Thursday. That is my new schedule. And yeah, that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Bye. I lined them all up in a straight row on the floor. Drunk me, like, she kind of went off with that one. I've been burping this entire video, just so you guys know. You gotta do a thumbnail. Probably do it on the other side. Stupid. Meanwhile, that's probably gonna be the one that goes up.